Well, hello there, my little goldies, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be a planner video, not a coloring video, but as you guys know, sometimes I like to do different things on the channel, such as planner related things, as well as journal things and fountain pen related things. So I have this planner. This is my Filofax Original in the personal size. This is in patent nude, and I wanted to show you my setup for 2019 in this planner, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I wanted to kind of get a little bit of housekeeping done. First of all, for those of you that are here for the coloring, we will be getting back into that, but feel free to watch this, and I hope you enjoy it. I know some of us who like, you know, a lot of us who are into the, the coloring, we like planners and journals and stuff too. So I like to do something like this every now and again. But before we actually get into the video, like I said, we've got some housekeeping that I want to share with you guys. So first of all, I want to apologize for not making a video in a few days. Got some upsetting news, and I took it quite hard. So I've been just kind of lying low for a little bit. For those of us that are in the coloring community, we have lost someone very important to us, Stephanie. Stephanie was very, very prominent in the on the coloring groups in Facebook, on the Facebook coloring groups, and she was also a staunch supporter of many of us on YouTube, and she was a faithful watcher of my channel and always commented regularly. And I got close with Stephanie over the past year. We actually became besties, and I considered her an honorary sister. We would have many a phone marathon, and we'd color together while we talked, and we just we got very close. And every time we would get off the phone, like, we'd always tell each other we loved each other and stuff. And it was we got really close over the last year, and I'm gonna miss her so much. I already do, and I'm gonna miss her for a long time to come. So if I don't sound like my cheerful, chipper self, that is why. I'm trying to come to terms with it because it was very unexpected, very shocking. I mean, I had no idea. So I'm gonna try to be as happy, well, I mean, I'm not gonna try to sound happy, but I will just apologize if I don't sound like myself, because it's still, it's still very hard for me to digest and to think of her not being here, and to know that, we're never gonna talk again on this side of things, All right, so let's go ahead and get on with the video. Now, I know besides coloring videos, Stephanie also did enjoy watching planner and journal videos. She didn't use a planner, but, she loved watching planner videos, and she liked her journals as well. So I'm going to be dedicating the next few videos to Stephanie. So, yeah, rest in peace, my friend. Okay, so getting on with our Filofax. So there's going to be several different planners and stuff I'm going to be using for 2019, and I'll make another video where I show you everything, not flip-throughs of everything on that one video, but I'll show you sort of what they call the planner stack, I guess, or planner bundle, planner stack, whatever you want to call it. So I will be making another video where I show you everything I'm going to be using for 2019, but I just finished setting this one up here. So I wanted to go ahead and flip through this one for you and just kind of tell you guys what I'm going to be using this one for. So like I said, this is the Filofax Original Personal size. This is in patent nude, and it's got some chunk to it. It's pretty stuffed. I mean, look at how thick this thing is. It's pretty full. I've got quite a few things in here. A lot of what I have in here are printable inserts that I got from Peanuts Planner Co. I printed them out on Hammer Mill 32-pound paper, which is thicker paper than like regular copy paper, and much thicker than like your regular Filofax inserts. As you guys know, I like to use fountain pens, and so I wanted a thicker paper to be able to do that with. However, when you put thicker paper in your planners, it's going to bulk it up that much faster. So I do have quite a few things in here, but it does have quite a bit of chunk. So let's go ahead and get on with the setup video here, the flip through. So this is going to be used for, this is my personal planner. It is in the personal size, and I do have an Erin Condren, which is going to be more of like my master planner, but this is more of my just for me, things that you know, are pretty much like for my eyes only, really. You know, once I get some other things, well, okay, let me just kind of clear this up. I took out a lot of the personal stuff because I didn't want to show you like anything personal in here, but you know, once I have things kind of written in here, this is pretty much like for my eyes only. This planner is probably not going to be very much decorated. It's not going to have, I may have a sticker here and there and, you know, maybe some stamps or something, but this one is going to be more of a functional kind of thing and more of a tracker, very, very much tracker based, very much list oriented kind of planner. So this is my, just for me kind of planner, like my hobby, you know, it's got like my hobbies and things like that in here. So anyway, when you open it up, now I don't have anything in the front here. When you have this original, this is called an original, the Filofax Original. And when you have this one, it's pretty minimalistic in the front. And, ooh, I had something on my table. But when you have this model of Filofax, you don't have the card slots or anything in here. This is pretty minimalistic in the front. Some people, what they'll have in here is maybe some pens or something, because this does have an elastic strap. It's also got a pen loop, which I don't carry a pen in here because, like I said, I pretty much use like fountain pens 90% of the time, and I keep them in a different case. I don't put them in a pen loop. So I don't really have anything in front, but you could put like a thing of sticky notes or, you know, some other stuff in here, but I don't have anything here because this is already bulked up enough. All right, so this first thing in here is a card holder. Now I took everything out because, like I said, there were some personal things in here that I didn't want to show, so I took everything out there. Okay, so then next we have a top loading pocket. And I would just keep receipts, maybe some money in here, because a lot of times, like when I use this, this is going to be a wallet as well. I tend to go back and forth between a rings planner and a traveler's notebook. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for at that particular time. And I'm glad that I have that freedom to change in and out pretty quickly. So I don't have anything in here because I took everything out to kind of keep from showing personal things in there. So this is a flyleaf with nothing on it. I'm probably gonna put maybe some sticky notes or something on there, maybe just leave it blank. I like to have a couple of these in here just to kind of protect my pages and stuff, you know, just to make sure that things aren't gonna get all funky, you know. All right, so then I have a little journaling card in here which I stamped, and it just says, it's a humorous stamp. It's a very much a humorous stamp. I found it on Amazon a couple years ago and had to get it because it just made me laugh so hard. So it says, "Lord, give me coffee to change the things I can change and wine to accept the things I can't." So I just thought that was cute, and I always keep that in there because I like it a lot. I have some laminated dividers in here that I made myself quite some time back, and they've been through the ringer, so they're a little bit, you know, they've been around the block a time or two. But the laminated ones that you're going to see in here are ones that I made. Sometimes some of them aren't quite perfect. I kind of screwed up a couple of them, but I'm not going to waste them. I'm going to use them until they kind of fall apart. So anyway, this part here, this is my calendar. And I just made these out of scrapbook paper and then laminated them. But I got these inserts from Peanuts Planner Co., like I said. This is a year at a glance, a yearly insert from for 2019. And it's got the whole year right there. And then it's got on the back, it's got some grid paper so you can make some notes. And then I got the clear ruler in here from Filofax, which is going to mark my week and everything and so forth, my day. Now, these are weekly inserts. I don't have any monthlies in here right now because I normally don't put monthlies in my personal planner because I have that in other planners. So these are weeklies that I also got from Peanuts Planner Co. And I have several different ones in here now because I want to try different ones and see what I'm going to like the best. Now, these ones here, the first ones I have are the week on 2 pages, and I kind of did these sort of wrong. What I should have done was I should have put, like, I have a Sunday start, and I should have done, like, over here on the left, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and so forth, so that I could have it spread out like this and just sort of see the whole week. But I printed them wrong, and so it's the start of the week here, and then you flip it over and you get the second half of the week. I'm sure I'm going to be using these inserts again because I do have the file and I can print them out anytime I want to. These are all undated, but I did it wrong, and I'm going to have to make sure that I do it correctly the next time. But these are just sort of testers to see what I'm going to like the best and see what I'm going to be using for the most part. So, like I said, this is all undated. And then also I have probably like 3 different kinds in here. So I've got this one here where it is a week on a page, and it's sort of another, you just get like 1 square per day. It's just a week on a page. It's quite condensed versus something like this, which is a week on 2 pages, which, you know, like I said, I will have to do differently because I printed it wrong. But this one here is a week on a page, and you get a square per day. So this is good for a week like where you're not going to be terribly busy. You can just write like a few things in each square. And I've also got a horizontal week. Whoops, yeah, there it is. I've also got a horizontal week, and this is a week on a page. Again, pretty condensed for like if you're not going to be real busy or anything, and because it's all undated, you just would go in and you would fill in which week it is. I like undated things because, like, if I decided to kind of change things out a little bit, I'm not confined to a certain thing, and then I'm not going to waste any paper. So you know, this is good because sometimes I like to change it up, and there's different weeks where you may want to use a different format, like where you're not going to be as busy, and, you know, maybe you want a different sort of view. So it's just nice to be able to change it out a little bit and to decide what you want for a given period of time. So that is my calendar section. I've got just several things printed out there. Now, what I've also got here is a set of these Filofax dividers. It's 1 through 6. You know, these are these tabs, dividers with the tabs. And I didn't make any laminated dividers for these next few sections because when you laminate them, it's going to bulk it up. And I thought, you know, these ones are just really good for these particular sections that I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so in number 1, we have a health section. So I have things in here like, I have a headache tracker because I get terrible headaches. And I wanted to kind of start keeping track of when they happen, maybe the cause of them, that kind of thing, and how often it's happening, and just, you know, marking like how bad it is, because it's got like the day and then, you know, your details and stuff here, and then the rating, so, or the severity, I guess, you know, so you can put down like how bad it got and things like that, you know, just either check the box or color it in or whatever. And then I got a few pages of that because I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of room for that. Over here I've got a body measurements page, which I don't have anything in yet. I haven't filled it out. And this is, like I said, just pretty much like for my eyes only. Because I know the numbers are going to be really depressing. So, you know, that's not going to be shown to anybody. I put a couple of them in there because I'm hoping that, you know, once I hopefully take off a few pounds, you know, the numbers will be better. But yeah, I wanted to kind of keep track of that just to kind of see just what they were and how they can change, or if they do, you know, that kind of thing. And then also I've got things in here like a weight tracker. This will tell you when you weigh yourself, it's got the date, and it'll tell you like if you've lost or gained any, so you can kind of keep track of all of that. There's also things in here like a health log, so you can put down like different things like how you're feeling, like if things have changed, like, you know, if you're feeling like maybe tired or whatever, or like if you know you're getting sick or something, like if you can, you know, just kind of keep track of like different things health-wise. And this is very customizable. It makes it really nice. You can keep track of whatever you want to in here. So like if you get heartburn and reflux like I do, you can keep track of that. You know, you can keep track of like your you know, like if there's days where you just don't have any pep, you know, that kind of thing, you know, this is a health log, which I think is very helpful. And I printed out a couple pages of that. And then also I've got things in here like a mood tracker, which again is pretty much the same thing. You can keep track of how you're feeling each day and see if there's any kind of cycle to how you're feeling for a particular time, or, you know, anything like that. And then in back of here, I put in some Tomoe River paper. This is just some Tomoe River paper that I cut down and punched for in here. Again, I love to use fountain pens, and so this is great for fountain pen use. Perfect for me. So then in this next section is where my like online orders and stuff is going to be. I got a couple pages in here for a check register. I decided to get something like this because, again, I like using fountain pens, and you get a little bit bigger real estate than you do in your actual checkbook. And so I think this is going to be a little bit easier for me to use and easier for me to see. And then again, it's printed on this 32-pound hammer mill paper, so I can use my fountain pens in it. So I would just, and I don't have anything in here right now because again, it's very personal information, but I would just keep track of like if I wrote a check, or if I ordered something and it was going to go out of my checking account, that kind of thing. And then just, you know, kind of keep track of all the balances and stuff. Hi, Alex. So then also I have in here, and looks like I got several pages of that. Also in here, I've got sections for like online orders. So you can keep track of like what you've ordered, and then the date of when it shipped and arrived. So like if you order from Amazon or something, you can keep track of that order and, you know, figure out like how long it took them to ship it and when it actually came. There's also in here a section of to buy. I've printed a few pages of that out because like there's some things that I want to get like for the house. There's, you know, fountain pen related things that I want to get. So I printed out several of these pages, and I'm going to kind of categorize it a little bit. So this kind of helps you keep track of things that you want to get. Basically, you could use this as a wish list. And then in the back here, I've got some more Tomoe River paper in here in case I need to make notes on, you know, the different things that I put in here. So for example, like if I were to order something from Amazon and there were several things in that particular order, I can write down like what I have ordered and then just kind of cross-reference it to the online order section over there of what it was and when it shipped and so forth. This next tab is going to be a content planner. So like if I have a video where it needs to be a little bit more structured, then I can kind of plan it out a little bit. I can, you know, kind of talk about like what the video is, and then like I can make notes over here about things that need to be talked about in the video or mentioned, you know, that kind of thing. And then just make sure that it just kind of helps keep you on track. Okay, so I've got several of those pages printed out in here. And then again, some more Tomoe River paper in here to make notes on in case I need to expand it a little bit. Okay, so then the next tab over is going to be for project planning. So if there are certain things that you need to get done over time, you can use this to kind of plan that out. So like for example, you know, we're still working on my art room, so I can make notes about what we need to get done for that and things that we need to get for that. And then again, some, I don't have any paper in here to make any notes, but I can always add more paper in here to make extra notes if need be. So that's project planning. And then over here is the section for goal planning. So if there are certain things that I want to accomplish by a certain time or day, you can kind of plan that out here. Very, very helpful. And I put some Tomoe River paper in here, just a couple of sheets in here to make notes for that. And then over here is a cleaning section. So this is an insert for keeping track of your cleaning and organizing. Again, more Tomoe River paper for extra notes. Okay. So then we get to the next divider over. And this here is my list section. So this is just basically where I keep track of different lists. So in here I have things like a book log. So you can keep track of what book you read, when you read it, and the rating that you have for it. Also, same thing for, I got several pages for that. And then same thing for movies. You got a movie log in here. And you can keep track of, like, if you've seen it in the theater or maybe something you watched on Netflix, you can write in the movie when you watched it, and then what date that you watched it, and then what your rating was for it. Okay, so I got quite a few pages of those in here. I've got a lot of the book logs in here because I read a lot, and then there's movies and stuff. So yeah, quite a bit in here for that. And then, like I said, it's just, I have different things in here, just different lists that I make. Like, I have, like, the Filofaxes I got. I've got, like, planner-related things in here. I've got, you know, just, I think, just, like, favorite old-time radio shows in here. Just all different kinds of things that you can think of for list related things in here. A few books I want to read, which I should put in the book section, but yeah. So this is just like if you're a obsessive list maker, you know, this is something great to have. And then I've got some Tomoe River paper in here to continue in that. And then here I have like a little like writing guide that I made to put in between the Tomoe River pages, and I punched out the rings, or not the rings, I punched out the holes right there so that you can slide that in when and wherever you need to. And I should actually make another one because I kind of made the top a little bit too low right there, and sometimes my pen wants to poke through, but this is my first attempt at making my own like writing board. So, you know, could be better, could be worse, but I've just got quite a bit of Tomoe River paper in here. This is my fountain pen list, or fountain pen section here. So this is where I keep track of like anything and everything fountain pen related stuff. So pens that I want to get, ink that I want to get, ink that I've already got, you know, so I don't accidentally go doubles, you know, that kind of thing. So just here's just some regular like Filofax paper in here, and then I put some Tomoe River paper in there to do some more writing on. And then here is my wish list. So this is self-explanatory. These are just things that I want to get. And I've got, again, this is Tomoe River paper, and I need to update this because I haven't really updated this, but each page is, you know, for a different category, so it's just different things that I want to get. Okay, so this last section is going to be notes, and this is pretty much just everything else. This is just notes, like if, you know, if I need to brain dump, or if there's, you know, certain things that I need to write down, then it would go in here. And I've got just some regular Filofax paper in here, plus, and I'm not going to show you everything because I think there's some things in here that I you know, don't want to show. And then in the back I've put some more Tomoe River paper in there, just you know, for because it's fountain pen friendly. And this is like my favorite paper to write on. So that is my notes section. And then in the back I've got a fly leaf to protect the pages so it doesn't curl. And like I said, this has got some pretty good chunk to it. And then here I just kept the little jot pad that came with the planner itself. And then in this pocket I don't really have anything back there except for the back cover of this little notebook. So this here is my personal, for my eyes only, planner in the personal size, Filofax Original in the color patent Nude. And like I said, it's got some chunk to it. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. Hit that like button, of course. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. But I really like this setup. I think it's easy to follow. It's very functional. You know, nothing confusing to me anyway. But I really like how this is set up. So leave a comment, tell me what you think. Of course, hit the like button. Give it a thumbs up. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, and while you are at it, hit the bell so you can be notified when new videos are uploaded. You all have a great day, and we will talk to you in the next video. All right, bye my little goldies.